Hey, good Wednesday afternoon. I've got 12 noon, June 24th, 2026. So I just finished reviewing this book that I wrote, Yearly Leaders of Every Batting Category. I have 13 chapters in this book. Chapter 1, the top 5 baseball players in history, home runs hit in a season. And I go through 1870s all the way to 2025. So chapter 1, home runs, and I follow the same pattern through this book. The top 5 baseball players in each of these offensive categories, leading the league in the category for a certain year. Chapter 1, home runs. Chapter 2, batting average. Chapter 3, runs scored. Chapter 4, runs batted in. Chapter 5, triples. Chapter 6, doubles. Chapter 7, singles. Chapter 8, total bases. Chapter 9, slugging. Chapter 10, on base percentage. Chapter 11, base on balls. Chapter 12, stolen bases. And Chapter 13, base hits. So in the epilogue of this book, I wanted to get even more specific. So you have 13 offensive categories I just listed. For a player to make the top 5 in each of these categories, that is an accomplishment. But I was curious, which player made the top 5 in all 13 categories the most times? What I'm getting at is, what is the total score of making top 5 in a possible 13 offensive categories? Which player really stood out? I did the research. Do you know who was number 1 as far as making the top 5 the most in baseball history? You have 13 offensive categories, so you have the chance in the seasons that you are playing to make the top 5 in all 13 categories. Now, some players, they did every category. They made the top 5 in every category. Other players maybe made 12 out of the 13, others 11, others 10, and then there are a few players, just once or twice, there was an offensive category, they made the top 5. Again, I'll repeat the categories. Home runs, batting average, runs scored, runs batted in, triples, doubles, singles, total bases, slugging percentage, on base percentage, base on balls, stolen base, and base hits. That's 13 categories. Are there players in baseball history to make the top 5 in every one of these categories at least once? And obviously, some players in certain categories did it multiple times, made that category top 5. Are you following me? I hope I'm not too confusing. I'll just break it down very simple. There are 13 offensive categories. How many times did a player make the top 5 in at least one of the categories? There are players who did it, who made the top 5 in all 13. So what I want to do is, how many times did they make the top 5? Did they do it once? Did they do it 5? Do it 10 times in a certain category? So if you did make the category at least once, I'm adding your total score in each of the categories. Hope I'm not too confusing. For example, in home runs, how many times did you make the top 5 in home runs? Did you do it once, 5 times, or 10 times? If you did it once, okay, that's one. Go to the next category, batting average. How many times did you make the top 5 in batting average, leading the league? Was it once, 5, or 10 times? If you did it 10 times, so in home runs, you did it once, and in batting average, you did it 10 times. That's a score of 11. Then I keep adding the categories and come up with a total score if you did all 13 categories. I did that research. So I have players, 54 of them. They made the top 5 in a certain category. Some did it. There are some players that did it 13 times. They made all 13 categories, and they did it at least once in each category. And sometimes they did it 5 times and 10 times in a category. There are players that did 13. There are other players 12, 11, 10, 9. Obviously, the player who made every category at least once, his total score is going to be higher than a guy who only made about 5 of the offensive categories. So his score will be lower. All right, I've been beating around the bush. I have the list. Total score. If your number is the highest, you're number 1. If your number is low, then you would be number 54. Okay, the highest total score I followed was 120. What do I mean? I added the 13 categories that this player made. If he did it once, 5 times, 10 times. So every category, I added it up. The highest score total was 120. And who was the player that did it? Can you guess? This guy got into the top 5 in all 13 categories at least once. But he also did it multiple times in other categories, and his score was 120, and that is the highest. All right, moment of truth. Who was the guy? Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb made the top 5 in all 13 categories at least once. But listen to this. In home runs, he made it one time, top 5. In the batting average category, he made it 16 times. Runs scored 11 times. Runs batted in 7 times. Triples 6 times. Doubles 6 times. Singles 11 times. Total bases 11 times, top 5. Slugging. I thought this was interesting. He made the slugging category 15 times. On base, 14 times. On base percentage. Base on balls, he made it once, top 5. Stolen bases, he made it 8 times. And in hits, he made it 13 times. So add up all those numbers. 1 plus 16 plus 11 plus 7 plus 6, 6, 11, 11, 15, 14, 1, 8, and 13. All those numbers. That's a total score of 120, and he's number 1, Ty Cobb. Who's number 2? Babe Ruth. But his score was 99. And I'm looking at the categories. Out of 13 possible offensive categories, he made 10 of them. He didn't make all 13. He did not make the top 5 in triples. He did not make the top 5 in stolen bases, and he did not make the top 5 in hits in a season. But the other 10 categories he did. Home runs, 16 times top 5. And then the other one was runs batted in. He did 11. slugging percentage 15 times, on base 15 times, base on balls 14 times. Well, he's number 2. Triples, singles, stolen bases, and hits. Okay, I missed one. So he made 9 out of the 13 categories. His score was 99. He's number 2. Ty Cobb's score was 120. Babe Ruth's score, 99. He made 9 out of 13. Ty Cobb made 13 out of the 13, at least once. Who is number 3? Ted Williams. Now, he did not make in the triples, singles, stolen bases. So he made 10 out of the 13. His score was 90. Stan Musial. He did pretty good. He made 12 out of the 13. The only one he did not make top 5 was stolen bases. And you have Lou Gehrig. So Stan Musial's number was 89. Lou Gehrig, he made 11 out of the 13. See, I went down the list. So I'll give you the scores, okay? Number 1, Ty Cobb, 120. 2, Babe Ruth, 99. Then you have Ted Williams, 90. Stan Musial, 89. Lou Gehrig, 86. That's the top 5. And you have Camp Hansen, 77. Tris Speaker, 76. Henry Aaron, number 8, 872. Ed Delante, 71. Honus Wagner, 71. That's the top 10. And then I'll go, I have 54 guys score. So this is 11 through 54. Dan Brothers, 67. Willie Mays, 65. Rogers Hornsby, 63. Eddie Collins, 60. Barry Bonds, 59. Pete Rose, 59. Jimmy Fox, 56. Snap Lajoie, 55. Ross Barnes, 51. Jim O'Rourke, 51. Top 20. Then you have Sam Crawford, 51. Roger Connor, 50. Mickey Mantle, 49. Joe Jackson, 49. Willie Keeler, 47. Top 25. Billy Hamilton, 45. Wade Boggs, 44. Ricky Henderson, 44. Albert Pujols, 43. George Sisler, 42. That's the top 30. Joe DiMaggio, 42. He missed some years. He only played 13 years. Todd Helton, 39. Hugh Duffy, 39. Mike Schmidt, 39. Miguel Cabrera, 38. Deacon White, 37. Hank Greenberg, 36. Mike Trout, 36. Still playing. Frank Robinson, 36. Jesse Burkett, 35. Tony Gwynn, 34. Rod Carew, 34. Harry Stovey, 34. Al Simmons, 33. Alex Rodriguez, 32. Sam Thompson, 32. Lou Brock, 32. Duke Snider, 32. Paul Wainer, 31. Harry Heilman, 31. Mel Ott, 30. Johnny Mize, 30. Chuck Klein, 30. And Harmon Killebrew, 30. That's the top 54. So the last guy on the list had a score of 30. The number 1 guy on the list, Ty Cobb, had a score of 120. That's in my epilogue in this book. The top 5 baseball players in an offensive category in a certain season. And Ty Cobb made it at least once in all 13 categories. Did anybody else make all 13 categories at least once? Well, I'm looking here. Babe Ruth did not. Ted Williams did not. Stan Musial did not, and Lou Gehrig did not. They did not do it all 13 times. But there is one other guy here. I'm looking at it. Tris Speaker made all 13 categories, but he didn't do it as much. He didn't make the top 5 as much as Ty Cobb. So he was number 7 on the list. But he made all 13 categories at least once. Tris Speaker, how about that? And I'm going down the list. Anybody else make all 13 at least once? And there is another guy, Ed Delante. His score was 71. Tris Speaker's score was 76. But he made all 13 at least once. Ed Delante. Honus Wagner didn't do it. Henry Aaron didn't do it. Willie Mays. I'm looking at Willie Mays. He did it. He made all 13 categories at least once. Willie Mays. But I'm looking at these other guys. Let's see. Anybody else make all 13? Yes. There was a guy named Ross Barnes. He played in the 1870s. No, he didn't make it. Sorry. He did 12 out of 13. I'm going down the list because I did the research on this. Did they make it? And so as you go through all these guys, there was only a few select that did it. Ty Cobb, 13 of them. Tris Speaker is the second guy. Ed Delante did it. And Willie Mays, he did it. Now, Hornsby didn't do it. Bonds didn't do it. Rose, he didn't do it. Pete Rose. Not Bajois, he didn't do it. Mickey Mantle, he didn't do it. 4 guys in baseball history made the top 5 in all 13 categories at least once. Ty Cobb, Tris Speaker, Ed Delante, and Willie Mays. How about that? Henry Aaron didn't do it. Some of the greats in baseball history. I thought that was an interesting research I did in this book. All right, I'm done reviewing the book. Yearly leaders of every batting category, a labor of love. So you know what happened after I finished this book? I said, what about pitchers? Let's follow the same pattern with pitching. So going to my bookcase right now. I did it. I did the same pattern, and I wrote another book. Yearly leaders of every pitching category. And in this book, I have 9 chapters, 9 pitching categories: wins, innings, strikeouts, shutouts, games started, complete games, earned run average, winning percentage, and saves. 9 chapters. And I follow the same pattern, the top 5 from 1871 through 2025 in each offensive category. And I'm going to review that on my YouTube channel next. Good luck. I will talk to you later in the next video. I'm out.